Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here today to tell you one powerful truth. Getting rich is super easy. I know what you're thinking. What do you mean easy? If it was easy, everyone would be rich. But that's the thing. Getting rich doesn't have to be complicated. But it does require a shift in how you think and act. The journey to wealth begins long before you ever see a dime in your bank account. It starts in the most important place of all, your mind. Think about it. Everything you experience in life, all of the successes and all the setbacks, are a direct reflection of how you perceive the world around you. The way you think about money, about success, and about your own potential is the very foundation upon which everything else is built. A mindset transformation isn't about wishing for success. It's about believing in your ability to create it. You've got to change the narrative in your head. You must stop thinking of wealth as something out of reach or reserved for someone else. Many people remain stuck in their lives because they've been conditioned to think that money is difficult to come by, that opportunities are scarce, or that they don't deserve to be wealthy. This kind of thinking keeps them locked in a cycle of struggle, where success always seems just out of reach. But the moment you decide to shift your mindset to really believe that wealth is possible for you, something powerful happens. You begin to see the world in a whole new light. You start to recognize opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You stop looking at challenges as roadblocks, and instead you see them as stepping stones to your greatest success. Now, I'm not saying that the road to wealth will be without challenges. It will be. But your mindset, your belief system, is what will carry you through those tough times. When you believe you can, you'll find a way. When you believe you're capable of achieving greatness, every setback becomes an opportunity to learn and grow. You see, the biggest obstacle for most people is their own thinking. The limiting beliefs we carry with us often hold us back more than anything else. So to truly get rich, you must first transform how you think about yourself and your potential. You must recognize that the limits you've placed on yourself are only illusions. When you shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, your entire reality begins to change. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, you start thinking about what you can do, how you can create, and what you can give. Instead of seeing yourself as someone who's trying to make ends meet, you start seeing yourself as someone who's building an empire, someone with the power to create wealth and opportunity not just for themselves, but for others too. This transformation is the key to unlocking everything that follows. Once you believe you're worthy of success, once you believe that getting rich isn't just a dream, you'll start to take actions that align with that belief. Your thoughts will guide your decisions will drive your actions, and your actions will ultimately lead you to the wealth and success you desire. Too many people go through life with blinders on, unaware of the opportunities that are right in front of them. They look at the world and see limitations, struggles, and problems. But what they don't realize is that the world is bursting with chances to create wealth, if only they knew where to look. The reality is that opportunities aren't hidden in far-off places or reserved for the lucky few. They are everywhere. They're in the products people buy, the services they use, and even in the problems they face. Every single day, opportunities walk past you, sit next to you, or even come to you in the form of challenges. The key to recognizing these opportunities is awareness. You must learn to train your mind to see what others don't see. Most people are too caught up in their daily grind to notice the possibilities right in front of them. But for those who are awake, who are looking beyond the surface, there's a world of untapped potential waiting to be seized. Wealth isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. And that means being able to recognize opportunities when they arise. Think about the industries and markets that are constantly evolving. Innovation is all around us, and the people who become rich aren't just waiting for an opportunity to fall into their laps. They create their own opportunities by spotting gaps, needs, and trends before they become mainstream. Every time someone develops a new technology, creates a new product, or starts a new business, They are seeing an opportunity that others didn't. And guess what? Those opportunities aren't exclusive to a select group. They're available to anyone willing to open their eyes. You don't need to invent the next big thing to get rich. You don't need to have all the answers or be the smartest person in the room. What you need is the ability to recognize where people are struggling and find a way to ease that struggle. When you focus on solving a problem or meeting a need, you're automatically creating an opportunity for yourself. Wealth is a byproduct of value, and when you create value, you create opportunities, not only for yourself, but for those around you as well. Opportunities can come in many forms. A gap in the market, a shift in consumer behavior, a technological breakthrough, or even a need that's not being met by existing solutions. They might come in a conversation, a book you read, or an event you attend. You don't need a grand plan or a secret formula. You just need to pay attention. Opportunities are everywhere. You just have to be ready to see them, embrace them, and take action. The truth is, we live in a time where resources are more accessible than ever before. The internet has democratized access to information and tools, giving anyone with an idea the ability to turn that idea into something tangible. The world is more connected, and the barriers that once existed for creating wealth have been broken down. There are people making millions from home-based businesses, from side hustles, from simple ideas that meet basic needs. But none of this happens if you're not open to the possibility that opportunity could show up at any time. You don't need to wait for some magical moment when everything aligns. The truth is, the perfect moment rarely exists. Opportunities often show up in imperfect packages. They might seem small at first, or they might appear risky, but it's the ability to take calculated risks and pursue what others might overlook that separates the wealthy from the rest. Those who understand that opportunities are everywhere have a mindset that is constantly scanning the horizon, always looking for that next breakthrough. Wealth is a mindset of abundance, and when you adopt that mindset, you begin to see the world differently. Instead of seeing obstacles, you see opportunities. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, you start to think about what you can create. And once you start seeing the opportunities that are everywhere around you, you begin to realize that getting rich isn't about luck, it's about awareness and action. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that can hold you back from achieving your dreams, especially when it comes to wealth. It's the voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, this is too risky, or what if you fail? Fear is natural, it's part of being human. But if you let it control you, it will stop you from moving forward. It's not just about the fear of failure, but the fear of the unknown, the fear of stepping outside of your comfort zone, and the fear of taking that first step into something new. But here's the truth. Action is the antidote to fear. The only way to conquer fear is to act in spite of it. The wealthy don't avoid fear. They acknowledge it, face it, and move forward anyway. The difference between those who achieve success and those who stay stuck is that successful people take action, even when they feel afraid, unsure, or unprepared. They understand that fear is not something to run from, it's something to move through. The thing about fear is that it often grows bigger the longer you avoid it. The longer you sit on the sidelines, the more powerful that fear becomes. It builds up in your mind, feeding on your doubts, your insecurities, and your worries about what could go wrong. But once you take action, that fear begins to lose its grip on you. The moment you start moving toward your goal, even if it's just a small step, the fear begins to shrink because you're no longer giving it the power to control you. Many people wait for the perfect moment to act. They think that they need all the answers, all the resources, or all the confidence before they take that first step. But the reality is, the perfect moment never comes. Waiting for everything to be just right is a trap. It's an excuse not to act. The most successful people didn't wait for everything to be perfectly aligned. They acted despite the uncertainty, despite the fear, and they learned and adapted as they went along. When you take action, you give yourself the chance to learn. You can't learn by staying still. You can't learn by staying in the safety of your comfort zone. Action forces you to grow, to adjust, and to keep improving. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to the results you want. You may stumble, you may face setbacks, but every step you take is a step toward growth, and growth leads to wealth. The more action you take, the more momentum you create, and the more momentum you have, the more opportunities will open up for you. You see, fear thrives in the absence of action. It keeps you paralyzed, unsure of which direction to go. But when you take action, even if you don't have all the answers, you begin to break through the mental barriers that fear has built around you. Each action you take is a small victory over fear, and those small victories add up to big success over time. And here's something else about action. It builds confidence. The more you act, the more confident you become in your abilities. The first step is always the hardest, but once you've taken it, you start to see that you are capable of much more than you thought. Confidence doesn't come from sitting on the sidelines waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from doing, from making mistakes, from getting back up, and from realizing that you can handle whatever comes your way. Taking action is also about breaking free from the paralysis that fear causes. Too often we overthink, overanalyze, and second-guess ourselves until we're stuck in a cycle of inaction. But action breaks that cycle. It moves you forward. It pushes you past the self-doubt, and it shows you that you are capable of more than you imagine. Every time you take action, you silence the voice of fear and replace it with the voice of possibility. At the end of the day, the fear of staying stuck, of remaining in the same place, of never reaching your potential, should be greater than the fear of taking that first step. The wealthy know this. They understand that every day they spend avoiding action is a day spent further from their goals. They understand that failure is a part of success, and that the only true failure is the failure to try. If you let fear dictate your decisions, you'll miss out on countless opportunities, but when you choose action over fear, you're choosing growth, success, and ultimately wealth. Fear will always be there, but it doesn't have to control you. You control the narrative. You decide to move forward, to take that step, and to act in the face of uncertainty. Because once you do, you'll realize that the only thing holding you back was the fear of taking action in the first place. At the heart of true wealth creation lies a simple but powerful principle: creating value. The people who achieve lasting success don't chase money. They chase the opportunity to solve problems, to provide something that people need, or to improve the lives of others. Money follows value. It's a universal law. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in, what your background is, or how much experience you have. If you focus on creating real value, wealth will inevitably follow. So what does it mean to create value? It means identifying a need, problem, or desire and finding a way to address it in a way that others cannot. It means offering a product, service, or idea that is useful, innovative, or life-changing for the people who will benefit from it. The essence of value is tied directly to how much impact something has on the lives of others. The more profound the value you create, the greater the opportunity to attract wealth. In order to truly create value, it's essential to shift your mindset. Too many people are driven solely by the pursuit of money. They focus on what they can get rather than what they can give. But wealth isn't created by taking, it's created by giving. When you focus on how you can help others, how you can provide something that solves a problem or fulfills a need, you automatically put yourself in a position to receive abundance in return. The key to creating value is identifying problems and finding solutions. If you look around, there's no shortage of problems in the world. In fact, there are an endless number of things that people need help with. Whether it's businesses needing more efficient systems, consumers wanting better products, or entire communities struggling with issues like access to education or health care, there's always a way to contribute. The more innovative or effective your solution is, the more value you're creating. Think of the great entrepreneurs, innovators, and visionaries throughout history. From Steve Jobs to Elon Musk. They didn't get rich by simply selling a product. They got rich by creating something that radically changed the way people live and work. These visionaries didn't just think about the dollars and cents, They thought about what their customers needed, what was missing, and how they could make people's lives easier, better, or more enjoyable. In doing so, they created massive value that extended far beyond monetary exchange. But creating value isn't always about inventing something groundbreaking. It can also be about enhancing what already exists. If you can find a way to make an existing product or service better, cheaper, or more accessible, you're creating value. Many businesses that become wildly successful are not built on groundbreaking innovation, but on refining and improving existing solutions to meet the needs of more people. Value creation also means making sure you understand the needs of the people you are serving. You need to listen, you need to learn, you need to ask questions and understand the pain points of your audience. The more deeply you understand the challenges and desires of your customers, the better equipped you will be to provide a meaningful solution. People don't just buy products, they buy the outcomes that those products provide. When you can tap into what drives people to make a purchase, whether it's a desire for convenience, comfort, security, or status, you're able to create something that resonates deeply with them. A successful value creator doesn't simply sell a product or a service. They sell a promise. They sell the promise of a solution, a transformation, or an experience that will improve the lives of others. Whether it's a business offering a unique solution to a common problem, or an individual offering their time and expertise to help others achieve their goals, value creation is about meeting a demand, improving someone's life, and doing it in a way that is unique and meaningful. In today's world, value creation is often tied to innovation, technology, and access to information. But it's not limited to those areas. Value can be created in art, education, community building, health and wellness, and countless other industries. It's about seeing the world through a lens of possibility, identifying where you can make a difference, and then taking the steps to turn that vision into reality. The more value you create, the more wealth you're positioned to attract. It's a simple but undeniable truth. When you focus on giving, on creating something that makes a difference, the money will follow. But you must first invest your time, energy, and effort into providing value. In return, you'll not only build wealth for yourself, but you'll also make a lasting impact on the lives of others, which is the greatest reward of all. In the world of wealth building, there's one characteristic that stands out more than anything else: consistency. Success doesn't come from a single groundbreaking action. It doesn't come from a flash of brilliance that leads to instant riches. True, lasting wealth is built on the foundation of consistency, the daily commitment to showing up, putting in the work, and continuing even when the results don't come as quickly as you'd like. But consistency alone is not enough. Persistence is the driving force that ensures you stay the course, even when the road gets tough and the results seem distant. Consistency is the act of doing something repeatedly with dedication and without fail. When it comes to building wealth, this means that every single day you commit to taking steps toward your goal. It's about turning your intentions into action and not allowing the distractions of life or the feelings of discouragement to pull you away from the path you've set. You don't need to take giant leaps every day, but you must take some action. Whether it's a small step or a massive one, consistency ensures that you're always moving forward. Many people underestimate the power of daily, consistent effort. They believe that if they don't see immediate results, they're wasting their time. They become discouraged and give up before they even have the chance to see the fruits of their labor. But the truth is, success is a process, not an event. Just like building muscle in the gym requires repeated effort over time, creating wealth requires a consistent daily commitment. It's the small, consistent actions that compound over time and lead to significant results. You don't need to have a breakthrough every day. What matters is that you keep showing up, keep working, and keep believing in the process. Persistence, on the other hand, is what keeps you going when the going gets tough. It's the ability to push through setbacks, failures, and obstacles without losing sight of your goal. Persistence is the refusal to quit when things aren't going as planned or when you encounter roadblocks along the way. When you're building wealth, there will be times when you experience disappointment, failure, and frustration. There will be times when things don't seem to be moving forward, but it's during these moments that persistence is the difference between those who succeed and those who give up. Persistence is a mindset. It's the belief that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. It's the understanding that failure is not the end of the journey, but merely a detour. It's the ability to bounce back after setbacks, adjust your strategy, and keep moving forward. The most successful people are not those who never fail. They are the ones who fail, learn from it, and keep going. Persistence is about developing the mental toughness to continue working toward your goal even when things don't go as planned, and maintaining your belief in yourself and your vision. It's important to note that persistence doesn't mean stubbornly pursuing a path that isn't working. It's about adapting and finding new ways to approach your goal. It's about being flexible while staying committed. When one strategy fails, the persistent individual doesn't quit. They pivot, learn from their mistakes, and try again. Persistence is rooted in the belief that success is inevitable as long as you don't quit. It's the long-term vision that propels you through the short-term struggles. When you combine consistency with persistence, you create a powerful force that propels you toward your goals. Consistency ensures that you're taking action every day, no matter how small, while persistence ensures that you stay on course when things get tough. Together, they create a momentum that drives you forward, even when the path isn't clear. This is why successful people often say that success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about enduring through the difficult moments and pushing past the discomfort to reach the destination. Building wealth is not a short-term endeavor. It's a long-term commitment to consistent effort and unwavering persistence. Those who achieve lasting success understand that it's not about immediate gratification or quick wins. It's about putting in the work day after day, week after week, year after year. The journey may not always be easy, but the rewards of consistency and persistence are worth every step. When it comes to building wealth, one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is leverage. Leverage allows you to do more with less, to multiply your efforts and results. It's not just about working harder. It's about working smarter by using resources, people, and systems to your advantage. At the heart of leverage is the concept of multiplying your efforts, whether through money, knowledge, time, or the skills of others. But leverage doesn't stand alone. It works hand in hand with collaboration, which amplifies its effects and creates opportunities that might not otherwise be possible. Together, leverage and collaboration are game changers, capable of transforming your approach to wealth creation. Leverage, in its simplest form, refers to using something at your disposal to achieve greater outcomes with less effort. The most common example of leverage is financial, using borrowed money to invest and increase your potential returns. But leverage can also be intellectual, technological, or even social. The idea is that you don't have to do everything by yourself or with your own resources. You can tap into other people's expertise, networks, and assets to create value. For example, if you have a business idea but lack the capital to bring it to life, you can seek investors who can fund your project, allowing you to leverage their money while keeping the business idea in your hands. Similarly, if you have an idea but lack technical skills, you can partner with someone who has those skills, using their expertise to bring your idea to fruition. The magic of leverage comes from the fact that it allows you to expand your reach without having to expand your own resources. Think about the people who create massive wealth. They don't simply rely on their own money, time, or energy. Instead, they utilize the resources of others to scale their operations. This is why successful entrepreneurs often use leverage to grow their businesses. They understand that success is not about doing everything themselves, but about finding the right people and resources to elevate their vision. But leverage works best when paired with collaboration. Collaboration involves working with others to achieve a common goal. It's about combining strengths, skills, and resources to create something greater than what any individual could accomplish alone. Collaboration opens doors to new opportunities, ideas, and perspectives. It allows you to access expertise and knowledge you might not have on your own, and it can help you overcome challenges that might seem insurmountable if you were working alone. When you collaborate with the right people, you bring different strengths to the table. For example, you might be great at coming up with innovative ideas, but someone else might have the business acumen to make those ideas profitable. Another person might have a vast network that can help spread the word about your business, while yet another could bring technical skills to the project. By combining these various strengths, you can accomplish far more than if you were to try to do it all by yourself. The true power of collaboration comes from the way it enables you to access and utilize resources beyond your own. When you collaborate effectively, you create a multiplier effect. The efforts of multiple individuals combined can result in exponential growth. This is why the most successful people in business, technology, and other fields often surround themselves with a team of talented individuals. They understand that they cannot do everything on their own, and that true success is a collective effort.